November football has been less than dramatic in past years, but past is the key word. As this year our Hawks are a playoff team not by fluke, but by hard work, total dedication, and outstanding coaching. And if you don't believe these Hawks are good, just ask the Ennis Lions, who had their homecoming party spoiled by a 24-12 Hawks victory. How long has it been since there was playoff fever in the air for Red Oak? Well, most who are now in school have no recollection of it at all. But with this year's hardworking team and outstanding coaching staff, more than a few folks have been caught by surprise by the 2007 Hawks. The team, after taking their first district win in 4 years over Lancaster, made sure everyone knew it was more than a fluke as they snatched victory from the jaws of Midlothian Panthers with a Nick Boyd 70-yard pass and run from quarterback Kevin Pruitt with less than a minute left in the game. The defense was outstanding, holding Midlothian to field goals rather than touchdowns for most of the night, and giving the Hawks offense a chance to pull out the big win. Boyd's long run broke the hearts of the Midlothian faithful and set off a good bit of celebration on the Hawks sideline as the Hawks moved to 2-1 in district play. The Hawks would then return home to Goodloe Stadium and in what many of the Hawks felt was less than their best performance, pulled another rabbit out of the hat with a touchdown pass from Pruitt to Taylor McCullough for another victory, 21-14 over Arlington Seguin. Again, strong defensive play led by Michael Carter was the key to the Hawks' victory over the Cougars. With the record at 3-1 in district, the Hawks would then travel to Ennis to take on the Lions. Hoping to cruise to an easy homecoming victory, Ennis was sorely surprised after the Hawks put 17 points on the board in a phenomenal first half that included a 49-yard field goal from senior kicker Ethan Wood. The Hawks held on to their lead and defeated the Lions for an upset victory, 24-12. The Hawks' last stop on their path to the postseason was the game against the Corsicana Tigers, who have struggled in district play, but kept neck and neck with Red Oak throughout the game. Seth Rushing, Nick Boyd, and Taylor McCullough all tacked down touchdowns against Corsicana, and kicker Ethan Wood kicked an extra point whenever called upon. Despite heavy resistance from Corsicana's offense, the Hawks' defense kept things under control and successfully held the Tigers down late in the game. Boyd finished the game with an impressive 187 yards on 25 carries.
It pushed them back. I don't know what they got down to, the 15 or so, and then we made a tackle and pushed them back, and then, we almost get the interception, or we get the interception, but a penalty on the play, and it was huge, obviously. Our offense stayed after. The defense has been, I don't want to say carrying us, but it's been the majority, and then offense helped us out tonight, and kept taking it down, so on and so forth. So.
After finishing district with a 5-1 record and an 8-2 regular season record, it was playoff time. Yes, playoff time for the Hawks. The school and community was electrified, and after an awesome community pep rally complete with a full fireworks show, a huge video screen for Hawks highlights, and much more, the Hawks would set their focus on Midway. The fans had one last chance to gather and celebrate before the game as they held the first official tailgate party in the parking lot of Goodloe Stadium before caravanning to Waxahachie for the game against Midway, where the Hawks would play their first playoff game since 1984. The Hawks didn't disappoint and took a 35-21 win against Waco Midway to win at Waxahachie's Lumpkin Stadium for their first playoff victory in many years. The team jumped out to a solid start in the first quarter, with Taylor McCullough leading the way with 2 touchdowns. Taylor McCullough cut a screen pass from Kevin Pruitt in the middle of the field, picked his way through the Midway defense, and then sprinted the rest of the distance for a 60-yard touchdown. Midway received the kickoff and started on their own 28. The Panthers quarterback turned and pitched to Hubert, but the toss bounced off the tips of his fingers. Hubert appeared to have a chance to recover the fumble on the first bounce, but it got away again, and McCullough was there to grab it. McCullough sent the Red Oak crowd into hysterics by racing 23 yards for a touchdown that put the Hawks ahead 14-0 on their second score in 8 seconds of the game. Red Oak added another big play in the first half to build a 3-touchdown lead as Pruitt threw over the top of the Midway defense for a 38-yard touchdown pass to Rushing at the 11-minute mark of the second quarter. Timmy Hooper and Nick Boyd also contributed touchdowns, and the Red Oak defense induced 4 important turnovers. Leading 28-21 and facing a 3rd and 4 from the Hawks' 41, Red Oak running back Nick Boyd broke through the first wave of Panthers and saw nothing but green in front of him. Boyd tacked a 59-yard touchdown run known to his stats, 121 yards on 21 carries, and effectively iced the victory for the Hawks. The Hawks will now travel to Midlothian, where they would take on Spruce High School in another playoff game.
Great job. Now listen, that's the way it's going to be from here on out. Right? No easy wins. Class 4A, 6 high school state playoff. You understand that? I mean, it's 4 quarters. The back's against the wall, okay? Great job. Great job.
Donate! 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 1, 2, 3!
Red Oak came out of the gate strong against the Spruce Timberwolves, racking up 10 points in the first quarter thanks to a 29-yard run from junior Nick Boyd and a successful 39-yard field goal from Ethan Wood. The Hawks continued their assault as the first half wore on, picking up another touchdown when Taylor McCullough broke through Spruce's defense and took the ball 56 yards. McCullough would find the end zone again before the end of the half on a 2-yard run, and Boyd tacked on another touchdown to put the Hawks up 31-0 at halftime. Red Oak's defense, led by senior Michael Carter, smothered Spruce, holding them to only 15 rushing yards. Kevin Pruitt added another 6 points to the Hawks in the third quarter, and with Red Oak sitting on a comfortable lead, Coach Shields got the chance to rest a few starters and get many younger players some playoff experience. After Spruce's first touchdown of the night, Wood kicked for another field goal. The Timberwolves would tack on 2 more touchdowns on a last-minute effort, but Red Oak would hold on, cruising to a 40-24 victory and claiming the Region 2 Division II title. Red Oak's first-year head coach Mike Shields has made history. The Hawks were a team that had a winless district record for the past 3 seasons and finished 0-10 in 2004 and 2000. Coach Shields not only led the Hawks to their first district win in 3 seasons, but also to a playoff berth for the first time in 23 years. Red Oak competed in one of the toughest Class 4A districts in the state, knocking off 2 of the Big 3, all of which were top area teams and at one time were state-ranked. The Hawks finished the regular season at 8-2. Mike Shields is accustomed to being a part of a winning tradition, and he has definitely brought that to the table. Before coming to Red Oak as the assistant head coach in 2006, he spent 5 years at Italy, where he led the Gladiators 47-14 to the playoffs in all 5 seasons. Coach Shields has taught his athletes that winning takes talent, but more than that, he has taught them that winning takes heart. No one gave Mike Shields' team a chance in District 15 4A with the likes of Waxahachie, Ennis, and Corsicana. Red Oak entered district play with an impressive 3-1 record, but no one gave the Hawks any respect, and you know the rest, Hawks are making history. We'll have a more in-depth recap of the Hawks football season in December. For all the sports teams, our photojournalists, we thank you for watching. Now, back to you, Katie and Leslie.